Why do you want to change? No, like seriously, why do you want to change?
You can't open social media today without seeing an endless amount of self-improvement advice videos.
How to look more attractive with Sandy 101.
How to actually look confident.
How to be mysterious.
This is the only advice you will ever need in order to become confident.
I was hooked. Self-improvement videos consumed me. I watched videos about meditation. I watched girls journaling and putting on makeup. I watched endless videos about morning routines, skincare routines. I watched girls taking showers and exfoliating their skin. The internet is making us feel like there's always something we could be improving. And there's a sense that we feel like we have no choice but to try and keep up sometimes. The world of self-improvement has changed many things in my life, but I faced some real issues along the way. So let this video be a warning for what you need to avoid if you decide to start improving your life. Hey, are you feeling insecure? Do you want to be more confident?
Here's how you are going to become the baddest, most confident version of yourself to the point where only God himself can break you.
Ever since I started this channel, I always want to make a video about the world of self-improvement and this obsession that we all seem to have with becoming more confident and living our best life. About 4 years ago, I kind of got really hooked into that world and into that narrative. I had some problems with it and I fell into some major traps. I had just moved to Paris with my boyfriend for a new job, and to be honest, up until that point I felt like my life was on track. I felt confident, I felt good. We had been together for almost 8 years at that point and I had a thriving career. I felt good, but then quite quickly after our move, our relationship started to fall apart a bit and we decided to split up. And to be honest, that was really the first time in my life that I felt quite lost. I guess like many other people, I started looking for some comfort and some inspiration online.
So the first thing you need to do to improve your life is stop living in the past. Show me the past. Like, show me the past.
I was immediately hooked. It was exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. This concept or idea of not being attached to your past really shifted something in me in that moment. I started watching endless videos on self-care routines and listened to podcasts about inner confidence. After every video that I watched, I had this new rise of motivation to create a better version of myself, become more focused, more productive, and hopefully more confident in myself again. This context is important to note because one of the biggest reasons for someone wanting to improve themselves is a sense of dissatisfaction with where they're currently at. And there's nothing wrong with that sentiment. Wanting to change your current situation because you're unhappy, it's a powerful thing to do. But the problem here lies in your vulnerability. If you're feeling insecure or uncertain and you're looking to change your life, you might become vulnerable to certain problems. One of the best feelings in the world is the feeling that you're getting better at the things you're interested in. I definitely experienced a rise in motivation. After reading each book and watching each video, there's this wave of dopamine that floods your brain. That feeling of accomplishing something after reading those books made me feel that I was learning something new each time. And after every video, I would watch another one. The cycle would repeat itself many times over. Watch a video, feel a strong sense of motivation, watch another one, and on it went. If you still don't see the problem with what's going on here, let's take a look at the addictive side of dopamine. The reason something becomes addictive isn't because of the thing itself. It's not the drug that creates the addiction. It's the effect the drug has on your brain. That surge of dopamine is what draws you in. And make no mistake, it's quite easy to become addicted to the world of self-improvement. Whether intentional or not, the self-improvement world can create a significant illusion, the illusion of progress. After watching those self-development videos, you feel accomplished. You feel like you've achieved something great. It's only when you take a moment to pause and reflect that you realize nothing has truly changed. This is what is called action faking. It refers to engaging in activities that give the impression of achievement. It's that strange impulse to create a schedule or a plan and consider it a productive day just because you've made one. It's watching videos about confidence but not stepping out of your comfort zone to try new things. Action faking is an even more toxic form of procrastination because you're deceiving yourself into believing that you're making progress. So here's my first warning. Don't waste so much time watching videos about the perfect morning routines confidence or how to become confident, but spend more time on taking action on things that you really want to achieve or change in your life. This is the first trap that many people fall into. But behind the self-improvement addiction is something a little bit more problematic. Because with every purchase and every video that you consume, there's someone else benefiting. The question is who? So I've been a fashion designer for the past 15 years, and I've spent my whole professional career analyzing women's desires and insecurities. And let me say this, you're more profitable to these industries and creators unhappy and dissatisfied than you are happy and fulfilled. Remember when we talked about how you usually have to come from a place of dissatisfaction in order to wanting to improve your life? Well, these brands and online creators know that. In fact, they rely on you not feeling confident to pull you in. The combination of you feeling insecure and getting a small high every time you consume self-improvement content will turn you into a returning customer of their videos and products. I remember when I was going through a really insecure phase in my life. I started spending so much money on things in order to make my life feel better. I bought so many skincare products every month, and in a way it gave me a new sense of control. It made me feel like I was finally taking care of myself. I was investing into myself. Before I knew it, I had a 5-step skincare routine every day. I fall into this trap of constantly looking for the next big thing. So here's my next warning. Understand that the lifestyle and self-improvement world is huge business that relies on you not feeling confident enough in order to consume the goods and the services that this industry produces. Now at this point, I quickly want to talk about the Wizard Liz, who, in case you're not familiar with her, she's a creator who gives out self-improvement advice online to millions of women. And to be honest, she did kind of have a meaningful impact on my life, which I know sounds really strange to say because I actually really don't know her. I don't even follow her on TikTok or any other platforms. I don't really know that much about her personal life, but I feel like she is definitely one of the most authentic people online that I found in that space. And to be honest, I was quite skeptical at first because she's almost a bit too young to be that profound and that experienced about life. But I always find myself watching her videos and agreeing with most of the things she has to say on various issues. I can just really highly recommend her content because she's quite straight to the point. She's very authentic. She's very raw. She's also one of those creators that never try to sell you any useless products or courses. She just sort of gets straight to the point and she keeps it really real. And also, I think it's amazing that she focuses mainly on giving out real practical advice, which I think is really helpful. I felt amazing during that first year of discovering self-improvement and self-care content. I definitely felt happier and more confident than I had ever felt before. I exercised pretty much 4 days a week. I really enjoyed my work and I thought I was doing the right things. I was fixing what was wrong in my life and I was improving my mindset. And to be honest, it was really powerful at first. It was almost addictive. I felt like I was finally becoming the person that I always wanted to be. But pretty soon, problems began to emerge again in my life. The harder I worked on improving myself, the more I felt like I was falling apart. Initially, I didn't really want to admit this. And for me, it was a really slow realization that I had put so much pressure on myself to constantly hit my goals, and it just got to a point where it just became too much. Every time I missed a workout or I felt insecure or negative about something, I felt that I wasn't good enough or I couldn't fix myself, that I wasn't good at improving myself. I realized that quite often this type of self-improvement content makes us believe that we have issues that we actually don't have, or that we need to buy certain products that we actually don't need. I don't say all of this because I have some amazing solution, and I still really like taking care of myself and like my morning skincare routine, and think it's really important to improve yourself and get better at things. But I don't think all of this improvement is actual improvement. There is this common misconception that the solution to all of your problems is just to be more confident or to be more disciplined. And I think you can work, for example, really hard on one thing and be really disciplined, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right thing that you're working on. So maybe the real improvement is realizing that chasing constant improvement is a trap. And by treating yourself as a project doesn't really benefit anyone. You're always going to run into issues at work or have problems in your relationship or go through periods of self-doubt. That's just normal. That's just life. And to be honest, from my own personal experience, I always found that the way we become more confident is through action, experience, and competence. I find that the better you get at a certain thing, the more confident you will become. It's just really as simple as that. So thank you for watching, but stop